Well, I thought maybe I could add a side serving of word salad about type systems. I spent a long time trying to understand the problem about typing the predecessor function in I can't even remember what simply typed lambda calculus is. Is simply typed lambda calculus is where you just have a few atomic types and then everything is a monotype in Robin's language. I think so. So you just have some primitive integer types, and then all your functions are int to int, or they're based on int, and so it's first order. Well, anyway, I was thinking about Idris and dependent types, and wondering what the function, the way you can restrict a domain to a non-zero integer. I was thinking, is there no way you can do that with polymorphic types, because 0 ends up with a different, if you use the standard church encoding, 0 ends up with a different type. In fact, I think 0 and 1 end up with aren't there 3 different types? Why would there be 3? Anyway, in 0, you basically, the church numeral for 0 never applies f. So if you're the way church numerals work, f is the first argument and x is the second argument. But in system F they turned it around, and x is the first argument and f is the second argument. In that notebook I gave to Elizabeth, there might be that's such a mess, that stuff. I once somehow managed to cook up I cooked up a system F type I can't remember now. Maybe I've got a photograph of that page on a blog somewhere. I took some pictures of it. I'll go and look at it again. I can't tell the difference between an archivist and a philosopher anymore. Maybe that resolves some kind of dispute between Plato and Aristotle. Anyway, 0 has a different type because it's more general, because it doesn't apply F. It ends up with 2 type variables. There's nothing you can deduce about the type of F from the type of X, because F is never applied. But I think in 1 has a different type because F is only applied once, but the result of applying F to X still has has a possible type. It doesn't have to be the type of X, and it's only when you get to 2, the church numeral for 2, that has the type. F has to have the type X to X because it's applied twice. But each of those is a generic instance of, I can't even remember the words now. Of 0, of the type for 0. Because that algorithm always gives you the most general I need to read my own tutorial. That tutorial, the graphic that I made for the cover, which shows the mathematical, it's actually at an angle, the maths, and then the code is in text, and you're supposed to be able to see the correspondences. So I didn't get the background is a little bit faded. It's hard to see that, but That takes on a new significance if you look at the definition of standard ML and the task of the language designer. I did learn an awful lot by doing that programming, and I was sick while I was doing it. I was getting sicker, and in the end I was sitting on the floor of my rooms in El Alto, and I spent 3 days on the floor, unable to go out to even buy food. And at that point, the kind of height, when I finally made it to the hospital, I got sent to the hospital Arco Iris in Via Fatima, down by Adep Coca, where those demonstrations were on the 2nd of August. I was still trying to get my my unifier working. I was sitting with my laptop. I remember at one point waiting to see the doctor and sitting with my laptop in the on a traffic island outside the hospital, writing code. And then all he did was prescribe a quarter of a tablet of warfarin. Extreme programming. It's great fun. Everyone should do it sometime.